right, and welcome everybody to the show. I'm Sherman Ray, and welcome to Living in Vegas magazine podcast. Thank you so much for being here. It's almost midweek, folks, and it's still cold outside. I gotta tell you, it's been cold for like the last couple of days, and they were predicting that it was going to be warmer. It ain't. Okay. Well, anyways, welcome to the show, folks. I'm your host Sherman Ray. I'm the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine. Speaking of the magazine, it is finally out, folks. Yeah, the magazine is actually out, and I just couldn't be happier. Just could not be happier with the response to the magazine, Living in Vegas magazine. Couldn't be happier. We've been having literally thousands of people who have been saying, "Hey, Sherman, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool stuff," and you know, we're going to talk more and more about that as the weeks go on. This week, I believe we just launched this like 3 days ago, literally 3 days ago, and the response, it's been overwhelming. It really has been. It's been overwhelming because people have been seeing the names that are in it, the people that are in it, the articles that are in it, the information that's in it, and I think that's the cool part about it. I just don't know. I alluded to this yesterday that if you've ever had a baby, which I haven't, I know I've got every once in a while I get that food baby, but I've never had a baby. But if you've ever had a child and you've had to birth something, that's literally what this magazine has been. It's been a birth, and we're just couldn't be happier. I want to thank, before we go any further, I want to thank some of the folks that are a part of it. Audrey May, Courtney Langer have been contributing writers. We've had all the people who contributed stuff to it. Literally all the writers who've been a part of the graphics people, photographers, and Mr. Shapiro. We'll call him Butterbean. He's doing it. And so I just want to thank everybody for being a part of it. So we're still having a launch party too. Oh yeah, we haven't even had the launch party yet. The launch party is going to be over at the Foundation Room, and it is sold out, folks. Yeah, I know. It's literally sold out. We sold out yesterday, day before yesterday. So there are no more tickets, no more free tickets to the event. We really wanted to make sure a lot of people showed up at the event. So we paid for the event, and so we were able to get everybody up there, and we told everybody this for weeks. I mean, a couple of weeks. We said, "Hey, look, get your tickets because it is going to be done. And once it's done, once the free tickets are done, we're done." And they are. So, it, yeah, it's just not going to happen. But we'll have more events. We'll definitely have more events. We're just not going to have them probably for another couple of weeks, at least for a couple more weeks. Oops. Let's turn off the volume there. I still have people trying to get a hold of me on on Facebook. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. um, the event is January 15th. So the launch party over at the Foundation Room is January 15th, and I don't know if you're going to be able to even talk anybody out of getting their tickets. You might be able to, but it's going to be quite the event. So the magazine can be actually seen on our website. If you want to see that, it's a digital version of it, so you can still see it. Go to our website at livininvegas.com, livininvegas.com. I can still send you the link to it, so you can always do that. Let's see. I'm going to put up. Let's see. So you can go to our website, livininvegas.com, and you can check it out. There's also a longer version. There's an expanded version at a website called issuu.com. That's ISSUU.com. Then /Livin in Vegas. So ISUU.com/Livin in Vegas. And you can actually see a bigger version of the event, of the magazine, stuff that we weren't able to actually put on our website. We're working on that because I really want to make sure we get that done. So, but just so cool. If you would like a digital copy, you can't remember any of that stuff, just send me an email. Okay, send me an email, and just send it to info@livininvegas.com. info@livininvegas.com, and we will actually get you a digital copy of the magazine, and you can actually check that out and say, okay, all right, I think we paid all the bills. Um, lastly, folks, if you want to be a podcast, if you want to be a part of this podcast, let's say you want to be a guest on the podcast, contact me. Just contact me, folks, and we will definitely make sure that we can get you on. Especially if you're a business owner, you've got a real, compelling thing that you want to talk about here on the podcast. Love to have you on the podcast. Business owners, social influencers, all that cool stuff. People, especially people who have doing some incredible things in the valley, and there's a lot of you out there. I mean, a lot of people have been doing some cool stuff, and we've been talking about that a lot lately, about some of the people that are doing some cool stuff here. So we want to definitely get you out and about. We're going to talk today about the homeless situation. We're going to talk a little bit about sports. Talk about CES. Let's get on. Let's start with something real cool first. This is actually a very interesting story. Now, this is what they call this is a casita. Yes, that's not a whole house. It's a casita, which means small house. There's a company called Boxable. And Boxable is coming into Las Vegas. They're a North Las Vegas company. And what they're doing is they are producing dwelling units that will help, they believe will help alleviate the homeless situation in Las Vegas. If you've been living here for any length of time, and I've been here for many, many years, you know that the price of homes has gone through the roof. I mean, I remember I was a realtor many years ago, and you could get 40 acres and a mule for like $20,000. I'm being facetious, but yes, you could get a lot of land for nothing here in Vegas, and it's a desert. Now that same 40 acres and a mule will cost you $1 million. We were looking for office space for the magazine downtown, an area where they were begging you to go down there just about a year ago, 2 years ago. And now that same piece of property that was basically a homeless village is now $1 million. It really is. I spoke to a realtor about that. So Boxable is a North Las Vegas company that thinks that they've got the answer to it. They're creating, once again, it's called a casita, and what they are is the module. They say what we do is we just make the room module, and then sell the room module to the builder, and then hopefully this dramatically reduces the cost and the speed to build the homes. And so what they're doing is, so this is still, it's about 375 square feet. Once again, it's called a casita. Cost on this thing is still 50 grand. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna burst everybody's bubble. I found out you can actually. No, okay, I won't say it. I won't say it. Thank you, Boxable, for what you're doing for the community. I will. I'm gonna put this. I got even a better solution to this. Okay. But that's just me. This young man right here, this is a kind of a sad story. Metro actually, they dispatched a driver. Get this. Because they said that there was a guy asleep at the parking lot ramp at the Cromwell. And that was this guy. Sorry. And this Raiders cornerback, Nathan Hobbs, 22-year-old rookie cornerback, he failed a sobriety test. He'd been out partying, I guess, and he fell asleep. Wow, this is not good. Not good. Brother, my brother. I know. That's what we black folks do. When you see something going crazy, you go, my brother. Dang. Court records show that he was released on his own recognizance, which means he didn't pay any bail to get out. Young cat, hopefully that he will see the error of his ways. He'll read the riot act at the when he gets back to the Raiders, and they say, "Hey, look, bro, this will never happen again, right?" Yes. Speaking of the Raiders are doing awesome, folks. I'll tell you, they we didn't read this story yesterday, but they've changed their game, which is against the Chargers, and they're moved it up to prime time. Oh yeah, that's how much this game means. It's a prime time matchup where the Raiders hold their own destiny in their own hands. And if they win this game, they're going to the playoffs. We'll go in as a wild card. It's just a fantastic thing. We're playing against this Herbert kid from over. No, yeah, we're playing against Herbert, who is the quarterback for the Chargers, and he's on fire. But we got Carr. That's right. We got Carr, and we got Raider Nation. We can win this game. Mm-hmm. We pulled out a game against the Colts a couple of days ago. So we can do it again. So I got no qualms in thinking that the Raiders cannot pull this out. This Sunday, the game could be this Sunday. Matter of fact, Vegas Golden Knights are playing tonight too. So the Vegas Golden Knights, I think, are 7-3 in the last 10 games. So they've been playing awesome, coming in off of a week being off for the COVID, or excuse me, yeah, I think the whole NHL was off for about a week. And the Vegas Golden Knights had won the game, and now they're back on the ice again. So they're going to be, I think they're playing today, which will be a great, this is a whole sports thing. We ought to just call this sports hour, right? So that's because that's the way it is. Um, there was a story, Metro, our guys in the blue, in the blue. So our guys in Metro are kicking off a campaign. It's called Honor their, what's it called? It's called Go True Blue campaign, and they're going to start it at the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign on Monday. So they've already kicked it off. It's a year-long drive that will honor hardworking local officers and law enforcement professionals. Yeah, you know, we need that. Strip resorts, downtown properties, businesses around the valley will also illuminate their marquees, building facades in blue light to show their support. So we want to honor these guys. I've got a lot of friends who are police officers. I mean, a lot of friends who are police officers. And they don't get enough credit for what they do. They've Can you imagine that? You imagine going to work every day and not knowing that you're not going to come home. You know, you just don't know. So we want to honor the guys who are in the who wear the badge, and we want to back the badge in Las Vegas because that's what we do. It's really what we do. In a non-related story, this is an interpretation by a guy named Vince Fraser. He's a black artist from the UK, and this is a very interesting story. You can now experience African culture through digital art inside the Bellagio Gallery of Fine Arts. And interesting story here. A collaboration between Artec House, or Artec House, AR Tech House, and London-based visual art artist Vince Fraser, and that was some of his creation. And it's called Asa African Frequencies. It is a multi-sensory digital art installation examining the black experience through Fraser's eyes. Very interesting. This is a very interesting thing. He says, so what he's doing is, he says a lot of black folks don't understand, don't have a frame of reference historically about Africa. And so what he's done is he's actually taken what he believes is an interpretation of African art, and I think it's primarily in the Yoruba philosophy, and it's very. I mean, this is very interesting. I want to take a look at that again. That's actually a pretty cool piece of art, and this is digital, so it's really. I mean, it's really kind of very, strong lines, that kind of stuff. Me being into graphics now myself, I understand this a little bit more. But he's doing his cool job, and yeah, that's very, very cool stuff. Speaking of that, let's talk one more time about the magazine, Livin in Vegas magazine, and I want to thank once again some of the folks that have been a part of this. Um, the magazine is out. It is out on. It's on our website. It's on platforms all over the place. So it's out on Issue. It's out on our website, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're putting it out, and we're going to be finding even more digital platforms to put our magazine out on. And really, the magazine talks about the people, the places, the trends, the events that are going on in Vegas. One of the stories that's in here is by one of our writers. Her name is Courtney Langer. And Courtney wrote an article about, it's called The Attitude of Gratitude. And what she looks at is she's looking at, I don't know, how moms who are just harried and just so, dealing with being a mom, the places, the and the ways to just relax and just enjoy your life with that young one. She's got a small kid. How Russ Langer is her husband. I'm thinking, how old is their baby? He's got to be 3 years old by now. I think he's about 3 years of age. But so Courtney gets to take her son around all over the place and enjoy him while she's while he's young. And so she's found some cool places where you can actually come, you can actually enjoy those places too. So you can read those stories and even more on our website at livininvegas.com, livininvegas.com. So I want to thank everybody for being a part of the magazine. CES is coming to town, folks. You all know about it. It's just literally tomorrow. Today's the 4th. Yeah, it'll be here tomorrow. So CES will actually be in town tomorrow. CES is a consumer electronics show. And they were here. It's one of our largest shows in Vegas. So it comes to the convention center. And it's huge. And this is huge. Usually about 120,000 people are involved in this thing. Thousands of exhibitors are out. And last year, we did not have the show because of COVID. So this year, so this year, they said, look, come hell or high water, we're going to have this show. And so they are. But we got this new variant of coronavirus, Omicron. And they said, you know what, we're going to cut it back a little bit. Some exhibitors said we're not going to be here. People like Twitter, Amazon, the big guys. They say, oh, we're not going to come. We're billionaires anyways. We're trillion-dollar companies. We don't need that kind of stuff. But there are still 2,200 exhibitors. That's a lot of exhibitors. 2,200 exhibitors are still coming to the show. Because of CES, they are cutting back the length of the show now. So usually the show lasts for 5 days. They're going to do it to 4 days. Or is it 4 days to 3 days? I think it's 4 days to 3 days. So it'll be 3 days. So is it going to be a great show? Oh, heck yeah. It'll be a shorter show? Yeah, 1 day. Big deal. But I believe that people are going to have such a fantastic time because really the excitement is still there. The excitement to be in Vegas, to be at the mecca of all things, show-wise, you can't beat it. You just cannot beat this. I think so. I'm trying to, you know what I did? I'm trying to get to our, we can't get to it. So, there we go. I was trying to get to our group page because what I did is I accidentally hit my face on Facebook and I missed it. So if you have got a comment, I can only see your comments on the group page, and I'm trying to go over to the business page, but it's really kind of hard to see that. Literally, there's a lot of people we've been reaching out to lately. We did an article on Victoria Seaman, and I think there's like 3,000 people said, hey, thank you for the article. Isn't that awesome? We've actually been having people who've been talking about the magazine more and more and more, which is just fantastic. We love it. We love being a part of Las Vegas. And the more I am a part of Las Vegas, which I've been from I mean, decades, the more I love this place. I really do. So thank you, everybody who's been a part of what's been going on in Las Vegas. Um, so many of you know that over at UNLV, we've had a lot of changes in the last couple of years. Um, this new man, come on, Eric Harper. Okay, Eric Harper is now the new athletic director for UNLV. Seems like I know that brother. Boy, he looks. Doesn't he look familiar? Yeah, kind of looks like me, doesn't he? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I won't do that anymore. Eric Harper has been promoted from interim athletic director to the official full-time athletic director for UNLV. This was interesting. He served as the interim director when Desiree Reed Francois left. She went to Missouri. And Desiree's a sweet lady. She really is. She's done some great things. She had an opportunity to go to Missouri, so she left. She left in August. Um, so this is his pedigree, which is cool. And this is what I love about UNLV is that normally they hire from within. Before Desiree became the athletic director, it was Tina Kunzer. And the reason why I know Tina is I used to go to UNLV. I'm a UNLV guy. Come on, babe. What's up? And I knew Tina. And when somebody said that she was promoted to becoming the athletic director, I went, "You got to be kidding me, Tina? Really?" She had been a part of the athletic department for since I knew her, which was in 1980. Okay, that's how long I knew her. And so when I heard that she was being promoted to athletic director, and she served as athletic director for years, um, and then she was they looked for a new athletic director. They brought in Desiree, and Desiree came from out of state, but they brought her in. And when she left, they said, "Look, we're going to go back in house to the guys that are in house." This guy has worked. Eric Harper had he worked at UNLV for 9 years as UNLV's senior associate athletic director for development before being appointed interim of AD in August. And so when Desiree left, he's been overseeing fundraising efforts for the department, served as administrator for several sports. Harper previously was an associate athletic director for football operations at Arizona from 2003 to 2011. And he began his athletic administrative career at Kansas State in 1990. So this guy's been around. I mean, he's been around a long, long time, which is cool. We need people like that in Las Vegas who are really just devoted to making things happen in Las Vegas. So it's great. In a related story, and I didn't pull this up, but I really wanted to make sure I got to the story. This happened end of year, last year. Becky Harmon, okay, Becky Harmon is now the next new coach for the Las Vegas Aces. That's right, I know. This is oh gosh. So we all love Bill Laimbeer. Everybody loves Bill Laimbeer. He was a bad boy. Used to be in Detroit. He's taken the Las Vegas Aces to the playoffs every year that he's been the coach. But you know what? It was time, and now Becky Hammond, who where has she been? She's been forever. I mean, she's been an assistant for San Antonio Spurs for 8 seasons, folks. Guess what? She's interviewed for several NBA head coaching jobs, but hasn't gotten an offer to be the first woman to lead a team. So guess where she's coming? She's coming to the WNBA, bringing that NBA swagger to the Las Vegas Aces. Folks, we got a championship coming up. We do. I'm guaranteeing you, we've got a championship coming up, and it's going to become. So Bill Laimbeer, great guy. No, I will never take anything about. Bill played. Okay, he played. I don't know how many seasons, probably 14 seasons or so. Okay, there's a difference between playing the game and coaching the game. And Becky has been a coach for the NBA. I mean, she's been with the San Antonio Spurs, which ain't no sniveling bunch of babies. Okay, she's done a great job. Okay, this is fantastic. Gosh, fantastic. Do I have time? Okay, I do have time. This story, so congratulations, Las Vegas Aces, on getting um, the the bad girl now. She's from San Antonio. She'll bring that little swag, which means ticket prices for the Aces is going to go up because you got to pay Becky. Becky is going to be the highest paid coach there is. That's all there is to it. She was making millions before. She's going to make millions now. They got to pay this woman to stay here. Okay. Um, the we Why go to Cabo when you can actually be in Las Vegas? That's right, folks. We're talking about staycations. We did an article, and hopefully you were able to go over to the website and check it out. This is from our website over at livininvegas.com. So we listed 9 Las Vegas staycation hotels for under $40. Okay, this is big. Okay, 9 of them. Okay, we could have actually gotten a lot more because we could have got right up to the $40, $41, but we decided, hey, we're only going to list 9 of them that are just stellar. Okay, so I'm going to go through it. This is in no order. Well, it is actually. Let's go to the top one, and we'll try to go backwards as quickly as possible. Okay, here goes. Number 9. At number 9, the D Hotel downtown, $39, folks. Okay. $39 per night for a you can get. I think they have different configurations of bedrooms or of beds that you can get, but $39 per night. That's crazy. Okay, staying downtown, the El Cortez. The El Cortez, queen size bed, one night, $35. Now, what our criteria was that on this was that we actually planned it out about a month ahead, and we did it in the middle of the week. So it's about the middle of the week. It's pretty great prices here. El Cortez, once again, downtown, $35 a night. The Downtowner, which is a boutique hotel, which is actually still downtown, $32. Can you believe that? Silver Sevens Hotel and Casino. Now that's over off Paradise, so it's a little bit up off Paradise. So it's actually a little south on Paradise. $31 per night. Get 2 queen beds on that. And on the Strip, Circus of all places. Guess how much Circus wants? $30 a night for 2 queen beds. This is crazy, right? The Rio All Suites. Okay, you get king size bed. The Rio is over off of Flamingo, just as you're going up the hill, just before you go over the 95 or over the I-15. $29. What? Yes. All suites. A king-size bed, $29 a night. You gotta be kidding. And there's a place called the Oyo, or O-Y-O. It's an Oyo Hotel. It's over off East Tropicana, so it's a little, it's on the other side of Tropicana. $27. You get 2 full-size beds. Okay? Then, going back to the Strip, the Excalibur, okay, Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard, king size bed, $21. Yeah, are you kidding me? I know, $21, folks. You cannot beat this. I don't care what you. Yes, you can. Go to the Strat, folks. If you go to the Strat, the number one place, okay, this book a month ahead, 4 weeks ahead, middle of the week, 2 queen beds for, drum roll please, $19. What? Yes, $19 at the Strat. Duh. So that's crazy. When I was a kid, we used to rent out the Golden Nugget 2 suites. I think we did it. This was back before the 80s. Okay, this was the 80s for $40. And that's why we chose $40, because we thought those deals are still out there someplace. Okay, the Strat, $19 that you can actually get a room. It's crazy, simply crazy. Anyways, we're out of time, folks. We'll be back tomorrow with more cool stuff, folks. And once again, if you would like to contact us over at Livin in Vegas Magazine, the podcast, just send us an email at info@livininvegas.com. Okay, this has been Sherman Ray. Thank you so much, folks, for being a part of the show, and we will see you again tomorrow.